Today, we're going to talk about the 3 and 10-year bars. What are those bars and who do they apply to? Hi, everyone. My name is Yael Brudner, and I'm an immigration attorney and founder of brudnerlaw Immigration. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Good to see you here. If you're interested in U.S. immigration, I would love to invite you to like and subscribe below to receive updates about new videos. So today we will be reviewing the 3 and 10-year bars, and we'll talk about it in general. It's important to know that this is a complicated topic in immigration law, and it's also very case specific. Every case could be different than another case. So if you would like a personal review of your case, please feel free to reach out to us to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I'd love to meet you in person. Now, the 3 to 10-year bars are only triggered upon departure, upon leaving the United States. And they come up for the most part in the context of green card applications, where the applicant for the green card is required to leave the United States in order to complete the process. So let's take an example. An applicant enters the United States without inspection, illegally, and then later in life marries a US citizen. In this case, the applicant doesn't qualify to apply for the green card in the United States unless they meet some kind of exception. But in general, in that case, if there's no legal entry, the applicant will need to leave to complete the process in their home country. And when the applicant leaves to their home country, they trigger these 3 and 10-year bars. So let's talk specifically here. If you stayed unlawfully in the United States for more than 180 days, comes about to about 6 months, and then you leave the United States, you will be subject to the 3-year bar. Okay, and this happens only when you leave. And if you stayed here unlawfully in the United States for more than 1 year and you leave the United States, you will be penalized with a 10-year bar. These bars were incorporated into the law on April 1st, 1997, and therefore they only apply after that date. So any period of unlawful presence in the United States before April 1st of 1997 doesn't count for these 3 and 10-year bars. Now, you might have heard about a waiver for this bar. There is a waiver for the 3 and 10-year bars. However, there are strict requirements to qualify for this waiver. First, the first requirement is that you need to have a qualifying relative. You have to have at least a US citizen or green card holder spouse or parent. Unfortunately, children do not qualify as qualifying relatives for the waiver. And second, you need to prove that if you are subject to the 3 or 10-year bar, that will result in extreme hardship to your qualifying relative, meaning to your US citizen or green card holder spouse or parent. Now, an important note here to mention, there is something called the permanent bar, and that's also a 10-year bar, but it's different than the 3 and 10-year bars that we're talking about. And the difference is that there's no waiver that's available for the permanent bar. The permanent bar talks about a case where someone enters the United States illegally, stays here for more than a year, leaves, and then re-enters illegally again, okay? Or a case where someone is here illegally for more than a year and is subject to a deportation order, leaves, and then comes back illegally. So if that is a situation, that's a different kind of bar. That's called the permanent bar, and there's no waiver for the permanent bar. Okay, so it's a 10 years bar, but it's not the same as the 3 and 10-year bar. Now, this is a very complicated subject, like you probably have noticed already. So it is recommended to consult with an immigration attorney if you think you are subject to these 3 or 10-year bars and you're in the process of your green card. Talk to an immigration attorney one-on-one so that they can review your case and make sure that you're eligible for the green card. So if you have any questions, feel free to write the questions below in the comments. We promise to answer. And if you want a one-on-one case evaluation, also feel free to reach out to schedule a consultation, and like and subscribe our page if you are interested in more videos.